We're streaming. We're streaming now. It's been
Live and direct.
yeah, exactly. It's been too long, my friend.
The words of Steph Curry, I'm here. I'm back. Let's get to cooking straight to the butter.
Hey, I missed you. If I could say that, I miss you, my
I
friend.
appreciate that.
Yeah, for
What's up?
sure. Let's.
Congratulations on the baby.
Oh my God! Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Cheers to Jenny. Shout out to my wife. Hey, Zenzo, what's going on with you, baby? Doing it live right now. Nuggets Clippers. We got the game in the background. We're just watching it. Jair's a little bit more ahead of me with the game than I am. We're just sitting back chilling. Welcome to Admissible Bias, another podcast off the BNY network. Thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna sit here just talk everything, all things sports for this one. Anything. I'll talk youth sports with you too as well. I'm a youth coach. Jair's coach flag football too as well.
Oh, have I?
We'll talk NFL, NBA, anything under the sun that involves athletic competition. But my friend, it's back to the baby. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Third child. It's wild. It's a blessing. Two boys, one girl. The
Yeah.
boys 6 and 7 now, and they got their little sister they can look after for the rest of their life. So I'm just happy to be. I'm just happy, man. I'm blessed.
Should be happy. Congratulations on your success, my friend.
Hey, cheers to yours too as well, my friend.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah. What brings us here today? Like I said, just sports talk. You and me, back to basics, what we do best. Real quick. What's been going on with you? What's up? Give me let's catch up a little bit. It's been like a month since we actually been live.
You know what's up with me? Watching this horrific NBA officiating. This horrific flopping.
I agree.
We have a flopping epidemic in the NBA. I
Okay.
saw Game 7 last night. Let me not get ahead of myself. We're seeing lazy defense.
Okay.
We're seeing superstars not show up. We're seeing superstars being born. It's a lot going.
Talk on it. Tell me the superstars being born. What'd you see?
Oh well, I mean the Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray was the clear, and Luka Doncic, and to throw him in there. I mean that those three players have now arrived. Like they're here.
I think Luca's already been here. If you ask
Yeah,
me.
but he needed you need the playoff pedigree, and he got that. He got the game winning shot. We know he's ready for clutch time. We know that now.
Oh shit.
There's no question about it. What's up?
Nah. Continue, please. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah.
Don't mind me here.
It's like watching that underground actor break through in that iconic role. Michael B. Jordan, Creed.
Oh,
You know.
let's talk about actors real quick, dude. Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
We went live the other day talking about him. What are your thoughts on Chadwick passing?
A man of legacy, a man who gave it all out. The story reminded me of Stuart Scott, who would host Monday Night Football while going through treatment and will be remembered for how they lived forever.
It's sad, dude. I broke down on the podcast crying about it. I'm still currently working on an article. Actually, tonight we were going to do a Black Panther thing, but we needed some more time to actually dive into it. I've seen the movie multiple times, as you have, but we want to make sure we deliver this one right. So instead of doing a Black Panther pod, which is on the way, we're just doing the sports cast, so we can just sit back and just put a lot of bullshit of the world aside. We can just talk, man. Let's enjoy
Yep.
time because we have a lot of full pods. Rest to Chadwick, and dude, it's tough. Like find out you have stage 3 cancer and just continuing going on with everything. Making multiple blockbuster films. I can't wait for this article that I'm writing. I'm excited. I'm gonna shed tears. I'm excited to deliver to the people that that you can just go through these emotions that I know many people are feeling. Hopefully, through these words, that you can find some form of what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, some form of comfort. Just ease the pain of everything that's popping off. Let me read this comment real quick. Move the topic. Zenzo, I used to play live on YouTube too as well. Live on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter too. Periscope, powered by Periscope. I used to play flag football at 6. At 8, I played basketball. At 8, I played with 11-year-olds because my brother was older than me. I played with his group. Would have went to camp, but COVID. Hey, my God, I'm telling you right now, Jai, you know when it comes to like youth athletes, if you have the talent and you're dominating your age group, or you have like an older brother or an older sibling and you're playing with them, you just get that much better. Like, I'll give you an example. Both my kids, they play soccer. My youngest one I said 6. His birthday's in a couple weeks, but he's 5. My oldest one is 7. And my 5-year-old's been competing with my 7-year-old, or when he was 3, he was competing when he was 5. But he's been going against him for a long time now. To the point now, I can't even play him in his own age group. I just move him up because he's at that level where that's all he knows is just that competition, that physicality, and he has the speed to match to as well. So, man, and COVID shut everything down. COVID, destroyed high school sports, everybody scholarships, oh my God. But lucky for at least a younger group, and I don't know how this reason though, but a lot of private organizations are still moving about, still going about sports. So there's still avenues out there that you can play, and also too, stay in shape. Go out there, run drills, YouTube videos, all that. Just stay active in the community. Just keep at it. Don't let COVID get you too down, because it's tough. It's very tough, but always be out there. Just always be there balling. Neighborhood kids, I mean, they're still getting together doing things. I mean, I see it out here every single day. So it's a curse and a blessing, COVID, when it comes to sports. I mean, look at Jokic. We watched this game tonight. I mean, how much weight did that man lose?
Oh, he lost the whole Jokic.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, everything is just what you make it. I mean, even this podcast too as well. When COVID popped off, it gave me time to really just sit back and just focus on building a studio and bringing in the right people. You, me, Austin, a couple of Mandy, Dev, a couple other people too as well, launching other podcasts, and just make sure we deliver a good product to the people. So, yeah, just keep striving on your own. That's all you can do for now. You coaching this year?
No, it's canceled.
Damn, for real?
Oh yeah.
See, with my boys, they're part of a private organization as far as soccer, so they're still doing things. But I know how it was for you.
Public, so.
Yeah, I feel bad for the kids, man. I feel so bad for them.
Yeah.
What do you think of this game so far?
You talk about the rest versus rust thing. That the first quarter, it makes sense that the Nuggets would still be in a groove. They just played 2 days ago. The Clippers have had off for a little bit longer. We'll see third, fourth quarter, when fatigue really starts to settle in, how this game progresses as we continue forward.
I want to see some more playoff P. I want to see like a full series of this man out here. And let's put a little bit of respect on Paul George's name. When he was in Indiana going against LeBron, the man was Terry. Oh, Daniel, Terry's in a virtual crowd. Take a picture, please, and send it to me. I want that. Daniel, send that picture to me, please. I need that. I need it more than you know. I really want to see that one. God, what was I thinking? What was I saying right there? What's that?
Yeah. Pete.
Playoff P, yes. Yeah, when he was in Indiana, he was dude, excellent ball player. But since he gave himself that nickname, and you know how it is with sports, you can't give yourself a nickname, because once you do that right there, people are just going to run that against you for years. I remember the team formerly known as the Washington Redskins. They called their defense one year capital punishment, and they went on to finish 31st in the league in defense. Like, it's just some things you just can't do. Like, that's just it's just a little bit too much. But I got faith in Paul George. He's one of the best two-way players in the game, and not to mention the dude was an MVP candidate before he got hurt last year with the Thunder. So
yeah, it's cute and all, but it's 2020. And them Pacers Heat series was 7-8 years ago.
But he was he was a young man back then going against the king himself. One of your favorite players, LeBron James. Was that?
We need more from Paul George.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to see more from Paul George, but we're gonna find out. Because I think the Clippers are going to win this series, and then they're going to go against the Lakers, and that's when things really get interesting. Because they've had a very interesting set of games throughout the series or throughout the season.
They
So
just got to get through the Rockets first.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm glad the Rockets won.
Oh, they're a much tougher matchup for this. First of all, shout out OKC. This is me saying this. First of all right. So shout out to OKC. The Thunder played exceptionally well. To be even in that position when the Rockets mortgage their future, and the OKC has the best assets of any team in the NBA for the future. For it to just come down to a game 7 in that environment is a win in and of itself. Shout out to the Clippers. Shout out to everyone on that team.
I mean, let's not forget that the the Thunder weren't even supposed to make. This man hates Oklahoma, for the record. If I see Jai in Oklahoma, do not confuse me with him. He is on his own. Oklahoma, thank you all for watching, listening, and being fans of the podcast.
I didn't say I hate Oklahoma. I'm just saying I'm giving OKC credit.
Okay, all right, you clear that up for the record. But dude, would they have like a 0.2 chance of making the Yeah, it had like nothing. They're talking Chris Paul. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing this. They're talking Chris Paul getting traded like mid-season to Miami. I heard those rumors abounding, which that would be very interesting right now.
He's gonna get traded in the offseason because that's what I foresee.
You think so?
Oh yeah, they're not. OKC is not winning anything. OKC is building for the future, like the process. They're gonna trade, and his stock is at an all-time high right now.
It is.
That contract is movable right now. It was not earlier. They can trade him to Brooklyn or Miami or wherever.
Brooklyn, I don't know if they had a cap space for that. Oh, they do. And not to mention,
yeah, you get it. But yeah,
they could trade him somewhere. I don't know. I kind of. One thing about we've both spent time in Oklahoma City, and we know how much they love the Thunder, and not to mention how those games are. It's like a college atmosphere.
It is. That environment is different. It's a different animal.
Exactly.
It's different.
Like,
you're right. It is a college atmosphere. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, like game 39 in January is like, yeah, exactly. It's amazing. The crowd is all up in it. Amazing fans, and not to mention, like, as an NBA player, like, I mean, Chris Paul, Wake Forest, playing in front of those crowds right there every single night.
He was there for Katrina for that year.
I mean, look at Russell Westbrook. He re-signed back with them. Not just because of the money. I mean, the money is always good, too, as well. But Kevin Durant left. He could have got money from them, but he left and did his own thing. But, dude, those fans are great. The atmosphere is amazing. I went to a game years ago, not to cut you off, but they played against my Wizards. And it played against the Wizards. The Wizards, they were complete garbage that year. And the stadium was packed. That's how much they just support their team. They're not like, who's in town this week? All right, cool.
Because there's nothing to do. But...
And you can also go there. I mean, you didn't have to say that. I mean,
yes,
damn.
But having said that, it's just not. Hey, it's okay. I mean, like, Nebraska kind of has scarcity with college football. I mean, they're passionate. That's all good.
They do love their college football.
Yeah.
Shout out to Oklahoma. I got no problem with them. What's up with Russell Westbrook?
What about him?
Talk to me about him in the fourth quarter.
Can we start with James Harden first?
Yes. Let's start with James Harden.
All right, let's talk. Now that we gave OKC their credit,
Mm-hmm.
I've never been more disgusted with a team winning in 7 than the Rockets in this series. They had 3 games where they were up double digits, ended up losing all 3. The game 7 essentially comes down to the luck of the bounce of the ball. James Harden, once again, in a playoff environment, in a must-win, plays a horrific game. He does make the play at the end. That's his saving grace, thankfully, because otherwise he is getting ridiculed for if he loses that series.
Oh my God, yeah, he does.
Can't shoot. Yo, if your shot's not falling from deep, like, there's other things you can do. You can attack the middle of the floor. You can get him in post-ups. You can get how about a 2-man game with Russ and James Harden, a pick and roll, or a backdoor screen. if your shot's not falling, that's not good enough. There are different things you can do. You are a world-class basketball player.
And he did those things. Just you watched the game yesterday. He did those things.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He shot brick after brick after brick.
No, he said other things he could do. You saw his defense at the end. Give the man his credit.
I'm not talking. Let's put that defense in a little bubble.
They are in the bubble.
I already referenced the defense.
A bubble in a bubble. Okay, all right. You keep going, please. See, now I'm getting warmed up because I got a whole lot to say to you about a whole lot of
time. Wake up. It's 10 o'clock p.m. your time.
Hey, I tell you right now, hey, I got a baby, so I'm up 24/7 now. Continue, please. I want to hear this.
No, but look, it should have never even come down to that. The Rockets are clearly the better team. Mm-hmm. But like, if your shot's not falling, like James Harden has mentally checked out of these basketball games before. This cannot happen against the Lakers. This cannot happen. By the way, the Rockets are really well equipped to give the Lakers fits in terms of running in transition and stuff. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but you can attack the middle of the floor. You can do a pin down screen and move off ball in like a off screen curl as a shooter. You don't have to be the ball dribbler and shoot another step back contested three. You can attack the middle of the floor. That's okay.
That's not what they do. That's not what they do.
Okay, and what did it do against the Warriors? They bricked 27 threes because of it.
I'm telling you right now, stop right there. Chris Paul pulled his hamstring in Game 6, and that is the reason why they were not in the NBA Finals.
That's why. It had nothing to do with 27 consecutive
bricks. If Chris Paul was there, there's someone at the helm controlling the rock that doesn't allow 27 consecutive.
You don't have to just shoot jump shots. There are other things you can do.
They're the Rockets. They are who they are. They live by the three. And like you said, 27 miss. I'll give you that. They die by the three.
But you don't have to. There can be other things you can do. Like when the Warriors missed, was even pre-Durant. All right, let's give the ball to Draymond in the elbow. All right, let's execute some pin down screens.
That's not who they are.
And that's the problem. That's what I'm getting at.
So
that's the D'Antoni problem too.
You want to talk? You talk. All right, call out D'Antoni.
Oh, his team played like trash. This is on him too. You can't just execute just one way. Mike Budenholzer, just one system. Like you have to be able to adjust within your system. This is playoffs. This is X's and O's.
Coach Bud has never been good in the playoffs.
He hasn't. But your system works in the regular season. It's playoff time, man. It's playoff time.
I mean, some of these guys just play. They're just regular season players.
So you're telling me James Harden's a regular season player?
He hasn't done it in the playoffs. I mean, you call him a playoff player.
He really hasn't.
No, I would say this though. I would say, if Chris Paul did not pull that hamstring, they are in the NBA Finals against LeBron James Cavaliers.
16 in Game 7. Blew it. 27 bricks.
That's how you blow it. Live by the three, die by the three. It is what it is. But let's talk about the future now. They're playing against the Lakers. Now, this is one thing that scares me if I was a Lakers fan. Who's guarding? First of all, okay, no one really guards James Harden. The man's too much of an offensive threat to be guarded. And that's what I was about to say, too. The only person that takes James Harden out of the game is James Harden. Russell Westbrook, though. Oh, my God. Why are you so disrespectful tonight? What is wrong with you? Nah, I love it.
He alluded to a story one time that he didn't say Kobe by name, but he said some of the, because remember he had a down year, and then the next year he had that historic precedent season. So in the article he was talking about how like stepping away from the limelight really helped him focus on the basketball game. Reading in between the lines there.
I mean,
you know.
The off the court life of the NBA player. Shout out to it. But please, as I continue, Russell Westbrook.
My bad, yeah.
Yeah, you good. I'm curious how he really does in this series because the guard play for the Lakers, it leaves a lot to be desired. Like I can see it now in the first quarter, in the second quarter. Or even just giving you a phase of the game. You got Alex Caruso guarding Russell Westbrook. Like that just
and there's no choice.
Yeah, that just sounds ridiculous to me. Even if Rondo comes back, I don't know how off he is, but That man's not. This isn't Rondo of '08. You know what I mean? This is Rondo 2020. I just don't. And don't. Russell Westbrook is another individual too as well. You saw that Game 6 against the Thunder. The dude looked like he never played a game of basketball in his life. Turnover, missing wide open layups. Yes, the other day in the fourth quarter, missing wide open layups. Like he's hurt right now. I know he's still feeling it, but my guy, if you're not out there 100%, you can't be out there costing the team. Got to give a little, take a little. The Rockets not gonna be able to get a single rebound over Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, and Dwight Howard. This could be a gentleman's sweep. 4-1. The Rockets find ways to shoot them out of games. The Lakers just break down, pick and roll with AD and LeBron, and somebody off the bench for the Lakers gets kind of hot. Shout out to my guy Kuzma. This could be over pretty quick. What do you think? There it is. The sigh. You about to say something wild.
This conversation by saying that you were glad the Rockets won, and I think you alluded to that this is a better competition for the Lakers. I'm assuming that's what you were alluded to.
Yeah, the Thunder would have been a sweep. It would have been a sweep.
The Lakers have horrific guard play.
We've established that. Yep.
We've established this. The Rockets have the best backcourt tandem left in this bubble. Who is guarding James Harden? Who is guarding Russell Westbrook? Third thing.
It's not gonna be LeBron.
It's not gonna be LeBron. LeBron is at that age where you could tell in this playoffs, like like that fatigue set in a lot faster. If you're paying attention, he's still so explosive, but it's not quite the same lift. He's getting beat on some of the defensively. He's getting beat now where he never used to get beat before. You can really see the lost step. Now he's still explosive. Don't get it twisted. I'm not one of these Skip Bayless people on the Ringer Facebook NBA page. Okay, disappointed in that group. I'm very disappointed in that group.
Shout out to me.
Chosen ones. All right.
Shout out to mainstream sport commentators. But please go on.
The Lakers could lose this with the Rockets' pace. If this game is played to an up and down pace, this really benefits the Rockets' MO. The ability to switch. They'll be able to switch on any LeBron AD pick and roll. It's gonna come down to Anthony Davis punishing a smaller player and being physical. That's not Anthony Davis.
Hold a second. You say Anthony Davis physical.
Exactly. Thank you. That's what I'm alluding to. That's not his MO. He's not a post up 1, 2, 3 sky hook. That is not his game. So you have like a Robert Covington, but because they're playing small, it's a Robert Covington, PJ Tucker, where Anthony Davis would play. So they're just gonna switch that. And now LeBron's probably gonna have to pass that to Anthony Davis, and now he's gonna have to score and terminate them in the post. But that's not really his MO. So if they're playing with pace and they're playing with spacing, and the Lakers can't contain defensively, and you alluded to the size advantage of the Lakers, but as you know, if you're playing with 5 shooters, those misses are long rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a jump shot, so it's not bricking like mid-range where it falls by the rim.
Yeah, exactly.
It falls way back. So I don't know if the Lakers and any team that's tried to play big against the Rockets have been wrecked. Is Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee going to be able to stay on the floor against James Harden? I don't think so.
No, you can't run them like they did in the Blazers where you had McGee and Howard on the floor together. You can't do that against the Rockets.
But if it's 1-5, I don't think you can do that either. I promise you, the Rockets would be more than content to have Dwight or JaVale at the 5 and Anthony Davis at the 4 starting. They would love that. But the problem is, even if the Lakers downsize and they switch AD, because that's been the...
They can't do that. They cannot play the Rockets game. They can't do that.
But that's been the key, right, for Laker fans. It's been, okay, because LeBron's been playing out of position. AD's been playing out of position. AD should play the 5. LeBron should play the 4. The problem is if the Lakers downshift like that, they don't have wings or guards to play a small ball 5 lineup. I said all that to say this. I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent here.
No, be on your tangent. Come on now. It's admissible bias.
There is. So think back to the 07, the Mavericks versus that Golden State team, where it was just pace and shooting that blew that Dallas Mavericks team out. That 1 seed Dallas Mavericks team, the Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh my God, yeah.
But it was a horrible matchup, and this basketball game comes down to matchups. There is a blueprint for the Rockets to win this series.
Nothing you said was wrong, but I can give you the opposite of everything you just said.
Go ahead.
What if the Lakers just punished the Rockets in the post?
With who?
Repeatedly.
With who?
With LeBron, with Dwight Howard getting busy on boards, with AD.
But okay, so
because you can't guard. They can't. They have no answer at all. There's nobody on that team that's going to be able to do anything with not of course James Harden. No one in the league hasn't solved that problem at all. But Russell Westbrook, if he's on even a little bit, this can get really, really, really bad. But I say that though. The reason why I said 4-1 Lakers. The reason why I say that is because Russell Westbrook has been very, very off. He's not been himself. Mm-hmm. Now you give me a fully healthy Russell Westbrook out there. All right, so we're talking something a little bit different. Also, it's mental. Like that game 6, that game 7, those fourth quarters. That guy's not. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it doesn't look good. Turnovers left and right, bad decisions, shooting. I don't like what I'm seeing right now from Russell Westbrook. Great player, former MVP, nothing but love for the guy. Met him once too as well. Great guy, but damn, dude, we need you to step up. Anybody got to step up, it's got to be you. We can't rely on Covington and Daniel House as our second and third options. It's got to be you. You got to be that dog. Like, you got Alex Caruso on you. I expect you to just dominate, old boy. Deion Waiters on you. Dominate him. J.R. Smith, dominate him. These aren't great defensive guards.
No.
They're not.
They have no options. And even, like you said, Rondo is not the same. This isn't 2008.
Exactly. I don't care what the man's wingspan, hand size is. This ain't the same Rondo. This is a much older Rondo coming back from injury. Conditioning is an issue.
If we get the Russ that was pre-bubble break, who was playing historically, but great, and was cooking on all cylinders, and was playing with really smart intangibles and basketball IQ.
Oh, he's such a oh my God! When he retires, he should be a head coach immediately.
Wait, what? Who?
Rondo.
Oh, I'm talking about Russ.
I'm sorry. Continue then.
He should,
because
Rondo should be a coach.
Because what you just said also described Rondo before that too as well. But
no, I was just talking about Russ pre-bubble.
Got you.
About 4 weeks before the bubble. Before the season stopped. These Rockets were humming, and Russ and the James Harden tandem was finally clicking, and et cetera, et cetera. The Rockets could very well win this series, but it's going to come down to Russ.
He's just not.
I think it's more rust. I don't think it's not that he's still hurt. I think it's rust. But you alluded, you think he's still hurting out there.
I think it's definitely some injury out there too as well. And also his mental, like those turnovers, those are bad turnovers. Like those things I haven't, like that's just
2016.
Yeah, exactly. Like those are the reasons why Kevin Durant left. Like it's just like low IQ plays.
Yeah.
And that's not he's better than that. The man's better than that. Yeah, and I wonder. God, dude, it hurts. So if Russ is not up to par, then I have to give the Lakers the advantage because they're just going to punish him on the inside. And LeBron, and the thing is that this is what I told you after that Blazers game. We talked about this. Mm-hmm. I said in order for the Lakers to win that series, LeBron has to turn Super Saiyan every single night.
Mm-hmm. He
can't coast, save a little bit of energy, for down the line for battles to come. Like he's got to put it all on the line now. You can't afford to take even 10%, 5% of the night off. You got to go all out. And then they just dominated the Blazers after that game 1 completely. They ain't seen a chance.
There's one more. That's a great point. All that is great because if Russ is humming, then LeBron has to play Super Saiyan and has to play 43 minutes a night.
Exactly, and that's what we mean by Super Saiyan. Like the man has to play his time. You can't. I can't get 32 minutes out.
Bowenheiser,
Oh my God. Yeah,
Giannis,
not playing.
36
We won't get
minutes,
into him and
which
Giannis here in a second.
ain't even worth getting into. You're right, we will. Because I gotta blast him too. But yeah, those are excellent points. And if Russ is humming and this is an up and down, which is a more exhausting pace, then LeBron has to play Super Saiyan mode. And just one more take, if I may, with this. I wonder if, and I'll find this out in the first half of Game 1, will tell me a lot what I need to know about this series. I wonder if the Rockets were playing down to competition against the Thunder. And it's the playoffs and you shouldn't, but it happens. If you remember last year, that
That's a
Clippers
great
team
point.
had no business taking the Warriors to 6. None. Took them to 6.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Laker teams, with no T-Mac, no Yao Ming, took the Kobe Bryant and Gasol Lakers to 7.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the Rockets were playing down to the competition, if they had their eyes ahead to the Lakers. Don't forget, they were up double digits in 3 of their losses.
Right.
So they were, and in their wins, they were winning plus 10. So the point differential lets me know that they were definitely the better team. I wonder if they had their eyes looking up. And they're going to, you talk about that mental, that's a really good point too. If they're going to be like, this is what I wanted all along. This is the challenge I wanted. And I'll find that out. We'll find out very, very quickly in Game 1.
Great point you brought up because I believe they definitely were looking past Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. They just. I mean, on paper. Older Chris Paul, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's not really online yet. Either he's gonna be a fantastic pro. Lou Dort, undrafted free agent, rookie.
Yeah.
It was a lot of this. The fact they went 7 and that Game 7 was so close is shocking to me.
Yeah.
And the Rockets escaped that one.
Yes.
Because they could be home right now. They could be sitting across the couch right here at BNY. Mm-hmm. We could be interviewing them, talking strategy and whatnot. Talk about fishing rods and what kind of bass you're trying to catch. You like tuna? Yeah, exactly. Salmon.
Salmon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's absolutely wild, dude. And the Lakers, they're gonna be up for that one. They're not gonna hold back. They'll be ready to go. I'm just curious, is Russ good to go? Because if Russ is good to go, then my 4-1 prediction goes out the window. It goes out the window. 4-1 Lakers, that is. It's gonna be interesting, my friend. It's gonna be interesting.
I can see Rockets at 7. I need that Russ. I need to see Russ, and I need to see the first quarter just of Game 1 to make a prediction. I need to see what this, like you said, you alluded to so many great points. Mentally where they're at, etc. We'll see what happens. There is like you said, there is a blueprint for this to be a iconic series.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Right after we get off of BNY tomorrow, which will be live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, CPT time too as well. The game will be on. Coach Bud, Giannis, the Bucks.
Oh my God.
What's going on with your MVP? What's going on with your Greek Freak?
He is my boy, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
That's your. Is that your king?
I don't know who to start with. Let's start with Mike Budenholzer.
Come on now. Come on now.
Game 2, down 1-0, and your superstar, supposedly best player in the world, plays 36 minutes. You're losing this game, by the way. You're not up like 10 and like you rode your bench because you thought the game was in hand. No. You're losing this game with Giannis plays 36. The second next player is Chris Middleton. 33 minutes. What are you keeping them fresh for? To go fishing? What's the point of this is why you rest
Mm-hmm.
It's for a moment like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's put up or set up. This is the playoffs. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Giannis playing 36 minutes. All right. Now, that's been made a lot of. I had to address it. Let's talk about some other things people aren't talking about. Let's talk some X's and O's.
Talk on it.
It is appalling to me that an NBA coach and an NBA team that when they can't score in fucking transition cannot run a fucking play in the half court to save their fucking life. They are lost in the half court. They look like a college team going against a 3-2 zone. Pass,
Ooh.
pass, pick and roll, pass. Where is the Giannis Middleton two-man game? Where is the give and go?
Where's Middleton?
And then again, because of the NBA, we're so used to three-point shooting, but sometimes, like, I don't want Giannis at the three-point line in the half court. How about you run him a pin down on the elbows and let him post up? No, we can't have that because that's not the system that we run. But you got to adjust your fucking system. That's what separates the great coaches from the good ones. The Mike D'Antonis, the good coaches who have a system and can run it to a fucking German engineering but can't adjust this shit. It's the playoffs. You have to adjust. And you're going against Eric Spoelstra, who comes from studying tape, who comes from studying film. That's his background.
He was a quality control coach, pretty much.
Yeah.
NFL term. All he did was break down tape.
That's all he did. And guess which team was better prepared for game one? His team defensively. Trapping Giannis, trapping Chris Middleton, forcing George Hill to score on the ball. It's just appalling to me. I don't understand how a Milwaukee team that with the same thing last year against Toronto, that when they build, to quote Van Gundy, when you build a fucking wall and you're no longer allowed to just score on a dunk in the fast break and you have to execute in the half court, how you don't have a play, how you're so ill prepared. Why? How?
All right, so Giannis, dude's averaging what 30 and 14 and like 6 assists, something like that. Those are Shaq numbers. Dude, honestly, dude is like Shaq on the perimeter. Mm-hmm. But the problem is that Giannis don't have a 3-point shot.
He doesn't.
Giannis ain't getting down in the post, getting himself a quick bucket with his strength.
Yep.
Giannis is ball in perimeter, dribble, Euro step, fight through it. He misses it. He's able to get his own rebound, go from there. Misses again, rebound, put back, go from there. It's just straight up bully ball. Mm-hmm. But like you say, like Nick Nurse did with Toronto last year, when you build that wall, man, you can't just walk through there. And we had defenders there. Like, you had Kawhi Leonard in Toronto last year that's able to stop that shit. You had, and things that it's crazy. You didn't have OG in this series too as well, who hit the game winner tonight for Toronto. Yeah, for sure. But this year you have Jimmy Butler right there, defensive presence, with Miami's defensive principles stopping everything too as well. You can't just walk up through the middle and just get what you want. What do you have? Game one, he had 3 points and 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, that's horrific. MVP numbers, MVP of the regular season. Because I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work up there in Milwaukee with Middleton as your number 2 and Coach Bud as your head as running things. It just ain't, man. We saw Coach Bud. We did it. He got fired from Atlanta for a reason. I remember that. I remember that year. There he won 60 games. When he had the 4 all, yeah, Kyle Korver was an all-star that year too as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff Teague, DeMar Carroll, and Horford. They went against the Wizards that went 6 games, and then they got ran out the gym by LeBron and the Cavs as the number 1 seed. Mm-hmm. great regular seasons. He's an and you know what? He comes from the Popovich tree too as well. Great regular seasons, but when it comes to playoff time, the man's system just doesn't get it done. It doesn't, dude. And I'm tired of coaches that are great in the regular season, but when it comes to when shit actually matters, the MIA. The MIA. Spoelstra always finds a way to get there because Spoelstra has a great background too as well. Not to say that Bud doesn't, but Spoelstra's background is Pat Riley, film, underneath that wing right there.
Defense.
Exactly. Giannis just doesn't have. You can say he doesn't have enough around him. I agree. I tell you, like I've said this before, and I've alluded to this. I'm a Wizards fan. But someone like Brad Beal around Giannis, take Middleton out, put Brad Beal in there, and their problems go away. All their problems go away. They just don't have the talent around Giannis to get it done. Because Giannis, his fourth quarter of the day was horrendous. But last night, the man was balling. That dude was balling. And honestly, he was the reason why they were in a position to. Now, he had that dumb foul at the end. I do call it a dumb foul because the man just ran at him and then put a hand. You got to let the shooter land on the ground. And then when you're charging at him, you have a hand on his back and he falls. I mean, Jimmy Butler, yeah, enjoy your Oscar for the night. But that's basketball right there. It's selling fouls. It's part of the game right there.
Unfortunately, you are correct.
It hurt to say a lot of that too as well. I love Giannis's game.
Let me interject about the Middleton supporting cast that you alluded to, because you got like the Giannis. It's weird. You'll have like a Giannis like stan, like rooting for Milwaukee, but like clowning his teammates, so that the Giannis pedestal can be raised, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Okay, he may not have the best supporting cast, but he still has a good. I'm not gonna say really good. He still has a good cast. This is not Kevin Garnett on the Timberwolves. This is not LeBron with Mo Williams as the second best player.
Booby
Chris
Gibson.
Middleton's an all-star. Chris Middleton is a baller. Now, can he be your number 2? Still to be determined after the series. Right now, it's looking like he's not. But at worst case, he's still a great like number 3. Like he can defend, he can shoot threes, he can create his own shot. You have Brook Lopez, you have George Hill, you have Wesley Matthews. These are all quality NBA players. Now you can say it's not a superstar cast, but that's partially true. But he does have enough around him to where this team should be performing better. Now let me, like you said, Giannis can't shoot, and he tries to like. It reminds me of like Les Miles trying to run an I formation against Nick Saban and that Alabama team. Like, yo, your system works against OU. This ain't OU. This is Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They got that 3-4 nose tackle that eats like Zion at the buffet. That's not going to work. All right? It's just not. You have to be able to adjust. Giannis can't shoot threes. He doesn't post up.
30%. Doesn't post up.
Doesn't post up. What is your MO? What is it?
Euro step to the basket. Just being taller than everybody else.
Do that in the half court, yo, and and you know it's like baseball. You just can't have a fastball. You gotta have a slider. You gotta have a curveball. You gotta have 3 pitches to your game. He doesn't score in the mid range. He doesn't score from 3-point land, and it's hurting them again. And it hurts me that he has not. That Budenholzer has refined his Euro step and his explosive game. But really, you need to improve on your shooting, in your mid range, and your post up. That's what needs improvement. Not let me dunk better.
And that's one thing about NBA players that I just don't. Maybe I don't know. Somebody make this make sense to me. Is that last year against Toronto, you knew what stopped you. Your lack of shooting. You have so much access to shooting coaches, to working on your fundamentals, to basketball being that's your job right there. Millions of dollars, all that. And then you come back the next year shooting 30%. It's unacceptable. Look at
You're absolutely right. You
look
can't
at
be the best player in the world and have this. You're absolutely right.
Fire. Oh, hey, shout out to Sean Simmons too as well. Shout out our boy Sean. Fire Bud. Yes, Fire Bud.
Yeah, Fire Bud.
Fire Bud. Giannis came back shooting 30%. Brook Lopez on his team reinvented his game and gave himself more years in the NBA developing a 3-point shot.
Absolutely.
And Giannis comes back shooting 30%. That's ridiculous.
It's not good. If you gotta rely on Brook Lopez to hit threes, you're in trouble, big fella. Yeah, part of our MO is Brook Lopez can shoot threes. Imagine the Clippers. Yo, Zubac has to hit 5 of 8 tonight, or we lose.
Like, it's just wild to me. Like, you come back, like Ben Simmons, like, all you do is play basketball, my guy. That is your job right there. Yeah. It's not like you're like one of these players from like the 80s that you went out, played a couple games, and you was working as a postman early in the day, and then you went to the gym at night, to play not in front of national television with no social media. Like this is your job right here. Why can you not shoot the basketball?
I agree.
You got guys. I'll bring his name up. Gilbert Arenas. I believe he said he shot 400 to 1,000 times a day. Steph Curry, Kyle Korver, they do the same thing. They shoot multiple times a day, just shooting. Kobe Bryant, after he won, I think his 4th ring, you know where he was at the very next day? He was in the gym. He was in the gym working on his shot. Kobe had no post-up game. You know where he went to? You know where Kobe went to get a post-up game? He went to Hakeem Olajuwon and got better. LeBron had a post-up game, went to Hakeem Olajuwon and got better. %30 is unacceptable. You knew exactly what would cost you last year. You can't. Honestly, you know it's funny. That ain't funny, but true. If Giannis had at least like a 37, 38% percentage clip, they may have won the championship last year.
Oh, they would have.
Yeah, just being a threat from outside.
Yeah, space the floor. Absolutely.
Exactly. Open up more for everybody else too as well to operate.
Absolutely.
My guy, you would have been champions last year, especially with everything that happened with the Warriors. That could have been you with the ring in Milwaukee.
Yeah, don't forget, up 2-0, Game 3 went to OT.
Exactly. If Kawhi would have stayed with the Raptors, would they have been? Would they be the front runners for NBA champions this year?
I think so. I'm a fan of letting the reigning champion get the best odds the next year.
Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. It depends. Baseball, I knew the Nationals weren't going to have a good year this year. Just based off everything lost in the offseason and Strasburg's out. Different sport. But what you're saying is, I'm kind of going against that too as well. I think Kawhi and the Raptors, if they were going this year, they definitely would have repeated. They would have been back-to-back. I don't see any reason why not. The Clippers wouldn't be who they are. The Lakers would have been the really only threat to them. And nobody East would have scared me or scared them enough to actually take over. The Celtics, I don't think so.
No.
The Bucks, they've already shown they could beat them. Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year.
Rightfully so.
Exactly. Shout out to Nick Nurse, man. Excellent coach. Came into the G League system, all that. Dude, coaches. Steve Nash.
Yep.
What do you think?
Sometimes firing your coach to get a new coach is the right play. Even when your new coach is accoladed. As Dwayne Casey and the Raptors. How'd that work out for him? Did they not win a chip? Okay. All right. How about the Warriors and Mark Jackson? How did that play out? Oh, wow. First game with Steve Kerr. Steph Curry becomes the greatest shooter on the fucking planet. Nah, listen, they needed to change. They got to change. If you want to criticize his lack of experience, I think that's fair. I'm really excited for this. Steve Nash's basketball mind is off the fucking charts. Like, I would love to learn from Steve Nash. His IQ is unparalleled. And he wasn't the most athletic player in the NBA. He had to rely on his IQ.
Exactly. Two-time MVP.
Great relations. Yeah, he has great relations with Kevin Durant. Kyrie tends to, I saw this somewhere, respects more previous players, so maybe there's a respect level there with Nash.
Tyronn Lue in the pass.
Yeah. He'll be able to relate. He's a great communicator. He's a great leader of men, as you like to say.
I do. A leader of men. That's what I need as my head coach.
He is everything. Two-time MVP. Y'all know the accolades. I really need to get into it. He is everything, and I'm really excited for this hire, and I'm really excited to what he'll provide on the basketball court, because I think he's a genius mind, and I think it'll translate really well.
So a lot of people have said, first of all, I agree with everything you said. What you just said right there, I'm not going to harp on that because I agree with everything. I watched basketball long enough to know that what you said is true. What do you think of Mark Jackson still not getting a job? I have my opinion, but I'll like to hear yours.
Okay. Let me
move your camera down too as well. We want to see your face.
Yeah.
Move just
here.
a little bit. There it is right there. All right. We got all of you. Yeah.
To the people out there who just look at statistics and just look at the win-loss before Kerr, after Kerr, who just look at these things, I can understand why you think the way that you do. That Mark Jackson got fired a year too early, that the Warriors were going to break out, et cetera, et cetera. That tends to be the MO. If you watch those Warriors teams, Mark Jackson's offense was worse than Mike Budenholzer's right now in Milwaukee. They were relying on Klay Thompson mid-range post-ups in Clippers against the Clippers in a Game 7. Their best shot was a Klay Thompson mid-range post-up. Laughable. Steve Kerr gets there, sets like one pin down screen, and you're like, oh fucking shit, this is different. Holy fuck, what is this? Steve Kerr gives Steph green light. Yo, shoot it. Fuck it. You covered? I don't give a fuck. Shoot it. Gives him green light. Mark Jackson never gave Steph that kind of green light. No coach gave any player that kind of green light. Fuck. He unlocks everything about the potential. He downshifts in the finals, takes David Lee. Starts Draymond over David Lee, who was starting under Mark Jackson, by the way. Don't forget that. Makes him into the downside five, all that stuff. All right, now let's talk about some other stuff that people tend to forget with Mark Jackson. People tend to forget. I already talked about how putrid his offense was rookie. It was awful. It was bad. All right. They didn't win because of Mark Jackson. They were winning in spite of him. There's a difference. And that's where you got to trust your eyes if you were watching this. All right. He alienated the front office versus the players.
That's exactly my point. Can I take it from here?
Yes, you may.
Okay. Also, the X's and O's, you hit all that right there. Another thing with Mark Jackson, too, as well, is that he wasn't very player-friendly as far as the practices went. Like, Steve Kerr would allow them to, they're playing music left and right during practice. And as far as NBA coach, it's not just, you're not a high school coach. You know, you're not like a D1, Bobby Knight type program. Like, they're pros. They don't want to deal with that shit. They've been dealing with it all their goddamn life. They just want a coach that knows the game and just lets them be men. They don't need a father. They don't need that right there. They don't want any of that. So Mark Jackson's practice was like real rigid. Steve Kerr's like light. Yeah, speakers up, play whatever you want to. We run these drills, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't know the X's and O's of their practice went, but I just know that Mark Jackson rigid, Steve Kerr more free, player friendly, and that right there, honestly, in the NBA, that is enough. If you come across as like the guy in the dude from Chicago just got fired. JB initials, Michigan coach. The name just escapes my mind right now. There's somebody screaming at me what the name is, but it's all good. Got fired for the same reason, just not player friendly. Like, you can't come to the NBA and run a college program with professionals making millions of dollars a year and more money than you. It don't work. It just doesn't work. Steve Nash is going to be an excellent coach. I have no doubt about it. And I'd be completely honest with you. With that roster, I would be disappointed if they didn't make the Eastern Conference Finals next year, at the very least.
At the very least, yeah.
At the very least, I'd be just so disappointed they didn't. The same way I'd be disappointed if the Bucks didn't make the NFC Conference Championship.
You got your sports mixed up, big fella.
No. I'm transitioning.
Oh, I'm not done with the Mark Jackson stuff.
Well, we'll come back to that then. You want to keep going at Mark Jackson? You got a lot more to say about this guy.
Some people don't know. He really alienated the vibe between the players and the front office. So
exactly.
We talk about that players coach, but he had reports of Harrison Barnes has a devil in him and is demon possessed.
Oh my God! I didn't get into the religious aspect about it. That was terrible.
Festus not giving his all, and et cetera, and the players turning on him. Steph reportedly with an injury, and he told them, you don't have to go to the medical front office. You can just pray about it.
Exactly. Like, people forget about that right there.
Yeah, there's more. I'm not going to get into it. You can do that on your own thing. I'm not anti-religion by any means, but there's some reports there that are the way he created a divide. He tried to unify by dividing. That never fucking works.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
That
yes,
was his plan.
you can't you can't unify by dividing at all. It just never nothing never good comes from that. But the religious aspect, and that's why I kind of remember player friendly. But yeah, then he also required him to go to like a certain church or be at practice. He wanted to go to a certain church or he had to be at practices. Go to a certain pastor. I maybe missed a few things up, but
he tried to be their pastor and not their coach.
yeah, it was like really it was like some straight. Now at Catholic U or a private institution, Liberty University, you want to run that right there.
Yeah.
I mean that's that's different. But also that's college. This is the pros right here.
Yeah.
There's some separation as far as beliefs and all that. This is you want to keep things secular. You got people. You got Jewish players. You got I don't know if there's any currently in the league right now. Maybe there is. If so, then I'm not sure. Islamic players, Christian players, players that are atheists. Like you can't walk in a workplace and start, pushing your beliefs on people.
Not even pushing, like demanding and yeah.
Same thing. But yeah, and that's why Mark Jackson does not have a job in his league. And if you ask me, the man has been blackballed for coaching.
I see why you say that.
Yeah, I don't see Mark Jackson ever coaching or sitting a bench in the NBA ever again. It was too much behind the scenes for another organization to employ him again.
If you're a front office, I wouldn't want to hire him.
After how that whole thing went, it's not you were a good coach. You're just gonna get to the next level and you get fired. You can still find a job somewhere, but with all that other bullshit too, everything that encompassed all that, it's just too much, man. It's just too much.
You know what's crazy? Like, and we'll wrap this up. But like the Mark Jackson thing, when he's been gone, he hasn't coached in 7 years, 5 years, something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that long.
When these job candidates open up, he's not even being interviewed. He's not even on the list. He's not even on the list. Can't conquer by dividing, man.
Yeah, that's excellent. When was the last time you heard of a Mark Jackson interview? And every time I see a coaching position pop up, but also over social media, Mark Jackson.
Like if you know. Like if you saw those teams, you would know. You can't just go by stats and everything. Transitioning now to the NFC, as you were saying.
To the NFC, the Bucks.
Oh, I get it now. Shit. I was like, what?
Yeah, the Bucks. The Buccaneers.
Yeah. That's my bad. It's late. My bad.
Sean Simmons, he don't belong on the list. Who don't belong on the list? Make that he makes sense. You talking Mark Jackson? I just want to make sure. The Bucks, dude. Leonard Fournette. Your boy Leonard Fournette. LSU running back. Your boy Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, LSU.
Talk on it, man. How you feeling about your guy over there playing with them the enemy squad of your Saints?
Listen, man, they paid what, $3 million? Max at 3.5 max salary?
Max? $2 million up front and incentives. Go from there.
I mean, for the price, how can you knock this? Even if it doesn't work out, you can cut him. This is a high risk. This is gonna be high reward, no risk.
You think? Okay, there it is.
My bad. Yeah, I got that flipped. He's getting paid peanuts on the dollar. You can say he's overrated and all that, blah, blah, blah. Jacksonville, by the way, has had an atrocious O-line since he's been in the league. No team has faced more 8-man boxes than Leonard Fournette since he got in the league.
That's true. His quarterback play's been horrendous.
He's a fit to how they want to run the ball. I don't think they're really high on Rojo. They can say all they want. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it at all.
I'm not buying that
Arians, stop lying to the people.
Yeah. Stop lying at all.
Yeah, we don't believe you.
Yeah, listen, for the price, how can you knock this? Even if you think he's overrated or whatever, it's $2 million. Like, come on. That's peanuts for an NFL team.
And I know how much you hate paying running backs too as well.
Yes, and they got him on a budget though. You see?
All right, we're gonna get into that too as well. This whole running back argument because we got into this before a couple months ago, and I think it's time that we get back into it.
See what water I'm drinking.
That ain't water. That's tequila. The way you about to start talking here pretty soon.
If this is tequila, I'm dying, big fella. I'm dead.
Now I like the move. Let's not forget that the Buccaneers, they also have Shady McCoy down there.
The ghost of Shady.
The ghost of Shady. They also have the rookie, third round rookie Vaughn. That backfield is extremely crowded. But the thing is that Leonard Fournette's released. What did they tell him in that meeting that made him comfortable to sign there? Is the question. Like I said, I don't care what Arian says about Ronald Jones.
Oh yeah.
I don't care. Obviously, what they saw in camp, they didn't like from any of them. Let's just be honest with it. You don't go out and sign Leonard Fournette available because you're in love with your third round rookie or Ronald Jones or Shady McCoy's showing signs of 2013. They don't like anything in the backfield. Maybe a couple plays here and there to spell, but Leonard Fournette's walking in there to be the man. Pass blocking. Talk to me about that. I want to be educated to make sure as this next point I want to go with, because that would make a lot more sense of how good his pass blocking is. No.
It's yeah. He won't be on the field on like third and long if that's what you're asking.
There's no third down ability with this man, because I know he's caught a few passes in his career too as well.
Yeah, I mean you could get like real basic curls. Go not curls. Put him on like the flat or something like that, or some screens. But yeah, outside of that, you're right. He's a 2 down back.
Yeah, and also I'm not surprised he's released from Jacksonville, going to the Jacksonville side of the things, because who's their offensive coordinator? Jay fucking Gruden. Jay Gruden hates running the football.
You hate Jay Gruden.
He hates running the football. As soon as I saw that, I was like, of course he got released.
You hate Jay Gruden's coaching like Jay Gruden hates running the ball.
Yes, exactly. He hates running the football. So he has no need for a back like Leonard Fournette that needs about 20 carries a game to get lathered up, or as 2-down plotters always like to say.
Yeah.
That's not his style right there. That's not his style at all. Adrian Peterson was kind of out there, if I'm saying that word correctly, that he got the carries that he did. But he was the best offensive option. He had no choice but to give him the ball. Like there's no other option there. Like you want to win games, you're gonna have to run Adrian Peterson, and he's a legend of that. So he demands that attention. But yeah, Jay Gruden, he likes backs like Giovanni Bernard. Chris Thompson is down there too as well, like scat backs that can get out in the open and move from there, which I don't mind. Like honestly, I'll tell you I would love to see. I know the Saints are having issues with Alvin Kamara, and you can talk about that here soon. But Alvin Kamara type back with Jay Gruden would be extremely interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be very well. Yeah, but as far as Leonard Fournette, he's in a great position. I'm just curious to see how all this talent in Tampa Bay works together as far as chemistry goes. Because they're bringing a lot of pieces late too as well. They haven't played any football games with each other.
Right.
There's been no preseason games. Nothing.
Yep.
So yeah. So the Saints, they've been rolling. They're bringing back the same team, the same coach, the same everything. The Bucks, and then one thing on Tom Brady's done, which I do have faith in him, is that he started running. Don't forget, he was running practices with the wide receivers way early, like back in as soon as he got signed, like March, April. Dude was out here running practices with that team. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. We're gonna see.
Maybe he can work out Giannis's 3-point shooting.
Oh my God, what's up with Alvin Kamara?
What about him?
The contract, him himself, has he lost a step?
So all right, last year he was hurt.
Oh, full disclosure, everybody. Jair's a huge Saints fan.
Yes, I have been tormented for my life except one glorious year, thanks to Brett Favre throwing across his body, and the rest is history. All right. He had a down year. So the production for Kamara and McCaffrey were the same, heading even into last year until Kamara got hurt. And so there's a discrepancy. Kamara got paid, got paid monopoly money. All right. Reportedly, that's the disconnect. The Saints want more closer to Joe Mixon money, which I still wouldn't do. But hey, that's what they want to do. They want it closer to Joe Mixon. I like that sound. Joe Mixon money.
Hey.
Did another running back get paid recently?
Derrick Henry got paid not too long ago too as
Derrick
well.
Henry money, yeah. Joe Mixon, Derrick Henry range, not McCaffrey range. Supposedly, last reports where they were 2 million apart. I don't know how true that is. Actually, I don't really believe that at all because I just don't believe that. Kamara was at practice today. He hasn't been holding out all summer. He's been working out. He was a third round pick, so no 5th-year deal. This is the last year of his contract.
Hey, real quick, Clippers is dominating the Nuggets right now too as well. Like
shout out to alluding to the fact that the whole rest versus rust is the game.
Exactly, but continue.
Continued on. Yeah, so apparently they're a 4-part. Kamara's at practice. It seems like it's kind of peaceful right now. Cooler heads over field. We'll see what happens. It's been really quiet. The Saints run a very quiet organization.
Yeah, I had some issues with ownership the past couple years though.
How so?
What's it, Benson, the owner down there?
Yeah, Gail Benson. The owner died and she took over.
She, as in his mistress, his wife.
Wife.
But she married to the family late though, didn't she?
Not really. It's not really a dispute. Whatever dispute you heard has already been settled.
What about the kids?
Kids, cool.
Benson's kids, they were suing his wife for the team, weren't they?
I think they settled outside of court or something.
Of course, yeah. So everybody got paid, and that was it. Not NDAs went around, non-disclosure agreements, and that was that. Yeah. So okay, all right.
So this team isn't cheap. We know that they've spent money. I don't think it's a are they cheap issue.
Why do you hate running backs so much?
First of all, I don't hate running backs. I just
come on now. You hate running backs.
The NFL is a budget league. You have a budget. I'm not a fan of spending top dollar on a running back that are so easily replaceable. A la paying Leonard Fournette $2 million. I'm all here for it.
You wouldn't have paid Joe Mixon at all.
No, I would not have.
I would say this though. I don't think Joe Mixon's done enough. And first of all, I'm pro player. I'm for players getting paid all day. My man, get your money.
I am too.
I got no problem with that. Different sport. Otto Porter got paid $27 million a year. Can't create his own shot. Doesn't create for others. And got Kevin Durant money. I love the fact that these guys are making generational wealth. Now, I clean that up. With that being said, damn. My guy. You've been in the league a couple of years. I haven't seen enough. I just haven't seen enough to justify that. And what can I not get in the draft that can do what you're doing right now? Clyde over the Chiefs. Dude's in one. He's an excellent running back. I would take him right now. I would take him right now in Cincinnati over Joe Mixon in Cincinnati.
Oh, easy.
Cheap, 4 years. Of course, they're probably someone's going to have it. He's going to get more money after like 3 or something like that. But it's still 3 years on a rookie deal or 2 years on a rookie deal versus paying Joe Mixon 24 plus to do what? I don't like it, dude. I just don't. I'm saying, yeah, I'm not a fan of that deal. What I am a fan of, and this is where I think I can convince you now, is that I'm a fan of the running back 1/wide receiver 2 player that I'm paying. Like Christian McCaffrey. I'm a fan of paying those guys right there. That they do more than just run the ball up the middle 15 times a game with a touchdown. They may run it 15 to 20, but they're also catching. Shout out to the train too as well. They're also catching. Yeah, shout out to the hype train. They're also catching the ball too as well. They do more for the audience, for the offense. Also, you can look at it as that they're also taking even more abuse by doing that. Therefore, you shouldn't pay them. But the running back position in general, I like versatility. I need my guys to do more. I don't like 2-down plotters. I could give me a Travis Kelce type tight end body type that can just get the ball in the shotgun and just run up the middle. I don't need to keep a back on my team that's 6'2", 235 and has like 4.7 speed. Just let me repurpose my tight end to not fumble the football, and I'm fine with that. I like doing a little bit more with less, but I also like versatility at the same time. So I'm a fan for paying guys like Chris McCaffrey, even Alvin Kamara type skill sets. I'm not a fan of paying guys like. I mean, Joe Mixon. He does little things to a lesser extent, but he isn't enough in the league for me to justify that contract just yet. Now, I mean, who knows? This year he goes out, balls out. It's good to go from there. But Cincinnati's line is still terrible. They have a rookie. Quarterback. Your boy Joe Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. Oh, I got a couple questions here. We're still a fantasy league this year. I did a draft early today. I'm gonna show you exactly what my fantasy team looks like. Me and Jerry are in the same league, but I'm gonna show him exactly what my other team looks like. He's gonna see all my sleepers and whatnot. Are you watching the hockey game though? First of all, shout out to Jessica. Which game? 1-2. When the Capitals went out, the way they did, after they came back to the bubble, it just turned me off so much to watching hockey for a little bit because I love my Caps. They had to fire Brandon because I didn't like the fact that Brandon even got the job in the first place. You had Trotz just came off the Stanley Cup, and then you immediately replaced him with a rookie head coach for a veteran team that's still someone in the prime that can win multiple championships. At least give me another one. Jesus. Not currently I'm watching that, but I'm telling you right now, I'm a huge fan of hockey. I'm not watching the game right now, but I am a fan. Obviously doing the podcast. I got the Clippers Nuggets game on. I'm a fan of hockey. You can take the fast break of NBA basketball or the NBA, the contact of the NFL, and you're putting everything on ice. Like it gets no better than that. The game's a fast pace. You got the lines 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a huge fan. I'm a fan. Jessica, if you have any tape of yourself playing back in the day too as well, I'd love to see that. I meant to ask you about that night. I don't know if I did or not last time I saw you, but yeah, if you have any tape of yourself, I would I'll let it check that out. Running backs. It's definitely the 90s anymore, I'll tell you that. You ready for fantasy football this year?
Yes.
No, that's just gonna driving highlights. No, that's just embarrassing. I'll be the judge of that right there. I want to see the highlights. I know you got some film out there. You got one game recorded somewhere. I don't want to see it. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna ask again. Maybe not tonight, but I'm gonna ask again. Fantasy football. You ready for it, Jair?
Yes.
That was a very timid yes. Out of curiosity, I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling that because I'm kind of with you. But why do you feel the way you do?
So we actually talked off air about this. Off air, that has a nice ring to it. We talked off air about this. You did a draft today. I did a draft 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And even while drafting, I went to a coworker homie's house. Shout out to you, Dustin. I went to his house, and we were talking football, which was nice for the first time in forever. But
Get
it
my
was
footage.
like, is this season really gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen? And it just like it's like the bag of chips. You open it, and then you realize there's a lot of air inside. And you're a little depleted, but you're glad there's still chips on the side.
Right.
And so is the season gonna happen? Is it not? And look, that could change the second. Look, we're a week away. Kickoff. Like literally, that kickoff be like, oh shit, this is actually happening. I'm down, but it seems just a little depleted. It's like wishing someone happy birthday the day after. It just don't have that same ring to it.
That's a great analogy right there.
Thank you. You know I love my analogies.
Yeah, you do. You're like fucking Colin Coward out here.
Hey, that's a compliment.
Dude, this year just feels different, man. Like there's been no preseason. I've watched some practice footage too as well, but it's just not training camp is just not the same. Like with teams going against each other, it's just like there's a game a week from today with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's a game week from today. It just doesn't feel. It just doesn't feel like anything. Then you have like no fan. Like it's one thing with basketball being in the bubble, so it kind of they have the virtual fans. They still have the crowd noise, so it kind of still feels like a game is going on. But football, some of these games are going to be completely empty. There's going to be games going on. It's just going to look and feel weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done less mock drafts this year than ever before. I've done less.
I did one because you told me to. That was the only reason.
I was like, hey, you probably want to take a look at this. Yeah. I just haven't done. It's just been. Everything's just been off, man. Like it just hasn't been. It just hasn't felt the same. With that being said, though, my team that I drafted tonight is pretty damn good. I'll go over with you here shortly because I'm pretty proud of this. Not to mention, I'll give everybody out there a couple sleepers too that you may want to take a look at. But it just, I'm not gonna say I'm not excited for it, but it just feels it just ain't right. Like I'm used to be able to watch a couple preseason games, seeing a couple rookies strategies as far as like, okay, he may get the ball at least like 10, 15 times a game, so I could draft him in the 11th, or maybe if based on the draft, so I can get him in the 9th. Strategy wise, right there. Now it's just like I just see guys. I'm like, I know what this man could do based off of last year. It is always dangerous in fantasy football going off what you've seen last year and the year before. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it can really fuck you up. Cordell Patterson, I'll never forgive you for that one. You got 400 yards and like 33 catches, 33 to 40 catches one year for the last 4 games of the season. Draft you next year in like the 3rd round, and you did absolutely nothing for me. So that shit could burn you, dude. You just never know who could be good, who could be bad. And with no football at all this year, too, so with no preseason, I just have no idea, man. I don't know. I hate to say it. For the first time ever, I may not know what I'm doing. Me, you know how it is in our league. I always finish either first or second. I always get bounced in the semifinals, but at least I'm there.
You make the Final Four.
Yeah, exactly. At least I'm in the Final Four every single year. Well, this year, I may not be anywhere.
We'll find out, man. I don't think anyone knows what they're doing. We're all bullshitting our way, man, through this COVID thing.
So, let me go over this league. It's a 2-quarterback league.
Oh, 2 QBs.
Yeah. So, I got Drew Brees and Tyrod Taylor as my quarterbacks.
You and Tyrod Taylor. You love Tyrod Taylor.
I'm telling you right now, Tyrod Taylor, Danny Woodhead, like I have my guys that I can always rely on. They're always good to me. They give me exactly what I need. In some games, they give me a little bit more. I trust them. And not to mention Tyrod Taylor's back in that Anthony Lynn system that he was back in Buffalo when he went to the Pro Bowl. So I feel comfortable drafting Tyrod Taylor here. And I got him like in the.
Taylor went to a Pro Bowl?
Somebody got hurt. He went to the Pro Bowl.
This is why fan voting has to stop.
Somebody got hurt. He was an alternate. Leave the man alone, all right?
Why is he an alternate? Tyrod Taylor shouldn't have even been an alternate. Fan voting has got to
Wow. He had over 3,000 yards passing. He had a bunch of touchdowns.
Nothing.
He was the Bills quarterback. It was the year that the Bills made the playoffs the first time in 17 years. Respect that, man. Don't do that to Buffalo.
Accolade, not a player accolade. The Pro Bowl is about an individual.
Oh my God, you over here alienating cities and fan bases.
God, shut up. Buffalo. First of all, I don't want beef for Buffalo fans. They're a different breed. All right?
Bills Mafia, get them. You
They're
have
like
my permission.
Raiders fans, but like even wilder because it's like cold and they still out there.
That's true too as well. Like it's freezing up there.
I love Buffalo fans, man.
Okay, all right. Because you're talking crazy right now.
Fuck around.
All right. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor went to a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's not wrong. He had a great season that year. He went as an alternate too.
You cannot tell me he had 3,000 yards and that's why he deserved to go to the Pro Bowl.
He had more than that. They had a winning record that year. He had a lot of touchdowns, low interceptions. He doesn't turn the ball over.
That's not Pro Bowl.
And he rushes for yards.
I didn't say he wasn't average or good. It's just not Pro Bowl good.
You really don't like Tyrod Taylor.
No, I love Tyrod Taylor.
Then what's the problem here? He deserved to go to that Pro Bowl.
He did not.
Oh my God. What do you think of my Drew Brees pick as a Saints fan?
When'd you draft it?
I got him like a later rounds, like after like 11.
Yeah, that's good value, especially in a two quarterback league.
No, actually, no, I think I got him in the 9th. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's still fair. But with Sanders being added, and you listen, there's a lot of uncertainty with quarterbacks and systems and different. Look, you know the Drew Brees, Sean Payton system. You know what you're getting out of that pick.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, let's go with the rest of the team. I think Tyrod Taylor went to Pro Bowl in 2015. I think that's the year.
Yeah, that's not right.
My wide receivers, Michael Thomas and Kenny Golladay, and DK Metcalf. 3 wide receivers set up in the starting line.
Yep.
Javon, hey, shout out to Javon Toes, BNY Midwest too as well. I just see you popped up on here. This is Admissible Bias. Me and my guy Jair. God, we'll go back to Tyrod Taylor. He'll give you. Hey, this is Javon says. He'll give you results. Solid pick, Tyrod Taylor.
That's fine. I'm not arguing that. That doesn't mean Pro Bowl. That means barely a starter, which you just gave me.
The man threw 6 picks. He threw 20 plus touchdowns, over 3,000 yards. He rushed for. I don't know what the. I'm looking at the number. He was an alternate that year. He was an alternate.
He shouldn't have been an alternate. That's wrong.
Wow.
Like D'Angelo Russell making that All-Star game.
D'Angelo Russell. He was a solid running back.
No, I'm talking basketball player.
D'Angelo. Oh, you know that D'Angelo. I thought. Oh, D'Angelo. Yeah. I'm thinking D'Angelo Williams. I'm sorry. D'Angelo Russell. Oh, I mean, whatever. I got enough for that one. Yeah. Dude was great at Ohio State though. My running backs. I'll get my running backs right here.
Okay, yeah.
Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon.
You love Austin. Look at you. You did the divide and conquer, but you did it right.
Now you see now Tyrod Taylor's making more sense because that Austin Eckler, Drew Brees, Michael Thomas.
I see it.
Yeah, Zach. Now you see the vision. So yeah, let me live. My other running back.
I'm glad letting you live.
Okay.
I like this team.
All right, my other running back also in here. This is all my starters, by the way. I'm just going through. Raheem Mostert.
Of course.
And also Hooper's my tight end.
Who's now in Baltimore, right?
Also Hooper went from Atlanta to
Baltimore.
Yeah, no, Cleveland. Melvin Gordon is too old. I think he'll lose his step this year. Too old? Was he like 26?
He's like 26, 27.
Yeah, he took like the whole year off last year. I hope he's good. I hope so. He took half the year off.
He is splitting carries with Philip Lindsay, but yeah.
Oh yeah. So we'll see. We'll see about that. That's the thing. That's the thing too. As well, Melvin Gordon. I've heard the reports that the guy may be the number one. I wasn't reports too as well as like maybe more of a split backfield. I don't know. There's no preseason games. There's been nothing I could judge anything off of.
Right.
Because I'm talking about risk. Bench. I'll just run through it. Devontae Parker, Zach Moss, Darius Slayton, Gibson, Antonio Gibson with Washington, who I'm rather high on. Emmanuel Sanders, Divine, if I'm saying this name right, Divine Ozigbo, running back for the Jaguars after Fournette was released, picked him up real late. Anthony Lazard, who actually I'm kind of yeah, I'm kind of high on him. I'm kind of high on him. I got him late. I got him crazy late.
He's their de facto number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Boston Scott. My defense is Tennessee. Let's read some of these comments. Javon. Most are scary because Shanahan isn't loyal to a running back. He just goes with a hot hand. That's true.
That's very true.
That's true. But I mean, where I drafted him at, I'm not too concerned. I got Zach Moss sitting there, Gibson, and I got a couple running backs and not to mention it's actually this league is weird. It's 3 running back slots that you have to start. So.
Y'all got 2 QBs and 3 running backs.
Yeah, it's wild. So we'll see. Hopefully it works out well. Gordon's with Denver this year. Yep. Gordon is with Denver this year, the Broncos. So we'll see how that works out with him and Philip Lindsay. I have no idea. I got no idea.
I like the team. I'm surprised you don't have more rookie receivers.
It's not that I didn't want rookie receivers. It's just the way the draft felt. I mean, you know how it is with our strategy. Your strategy isn't my strategy. That you just kind of take what the defense gives you.
Yep.
Jessica. Oh, hockey update. After double OT, the Flyers won. Okay. The Islanders could have clinched the series now on the Game 7. So back to hockey. Let's do an episode about the President's Trophy curse. Jessica, don't talk about the President's Trophy curse because the Capitals have suffered from that one for many, many years. You're going to make me very, very sad on this podcast, please. When I'm crying out here. God, dude, that President's Cup. Highest scoring team. Never wins anything. Hockey, it's such a wild sport, too, as well. Wherever the puck falls. It's almost like baseball, a little bit of magic, too, as well. Hot goalies. Like, you could be the 7th seed, but your goalie's on fire. You know, you can win games. 2-1, 1-0. Yes, they have. Yep, yes, they have. I know. I would do a whole hockey podcast. I feel confident enough that I can do that.
Oh, let's go.
I feel like I could do that. I got to catch up a little bit, though. I can catch them in these playoffs some. I'm not ready tonight to do that. The Bolts. Yep, the Bolts. They've had opportunity. Shout out to Tampa Bay Lightning, but they just ran into some teams, especially when the Capitals won it. They were the better team. They were up in the series too as well, 3-2. But those last two games, the Capitals they turned it on. That was that. It's magic. It's magic. Sports, do it. If I do it, you gotta be on here too as well, and bring the husband of yours as well. I like that guy. Yeah. As far as like NBA, NFL, well, actually not NFL, but NBA is like the one sport that you just need talent to beat your opponent. But sports like baseball and hockey and even football, like depending on how the game goes or weather conditions or all sorts of X factors, like you can win. Any given Sunday is not a thing in basketball. But in a lot of these other sports, if depending on what happens or depending on what the state is of that day, you can come out with a W. God, I love sports. I'm so glad everything's back. All right, Jair. I may have to. This Clippers game is getting out of hand. It's been out of hand.
Yeah, 65-91.
Yeah, that's why we haven't really been talking about it too much. This game is just ridiculous.
This is the. Yeah.
All
Maybe Bowenheiser could take a page out of Doc Rivers' playbook and run a half-court set. But, I mean, what do I know?
Oh, shit. God damn, they're getting blown out.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing is over. You got anything else as far as sports goes? I think I'm good to go. I gotta go inside and feed this baby here soon too as well. I gotta let Jenny off the hook. Hold on 1 second. Jessica, Facebook. The Bolts won the President's Trophy last year. They got swept by the last seed in the playoffs. It happens. I've seen it. First of all, that was wild too as well. They got swept. That was wild. But it's hockey. That's how hockey goes. It's just whoever the hotter team is at the time, they just win. That doesn't happen in basketball. Football to an extent. Baseball for sure. And hockey, absolutely. Whoever's hot goalie, players is on point at that point, or by point at that time. Both won this President's Trophy last year. They got swept by the last in the playoffs. Yep, both are going to Eastern Conference Finals this year. Whoever wins Game 7 between the Flyers and the Islanders. I'm going to watch that game. I love hockey. I'll get back on it. I'm just upset with happened with the Capitals and their coaching and everything goes with that. Kyle on Periscope. Is Paul George in the game right now? Jai, you're a little bit ahead of me as far as the game. You see Paul George?
Commercial.
It's commercial?
Yeah. From what I could tell, he was playing really well.
Yeah, well, I saw too as well. Paul George is actually playing extremely well. I just hate guys that give themselves nicknames.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
PG-13 is perfect. Let's stick with that.
Yeah, but he changed his name to 13. Then everyone's like PG-13. He went with it too. Like it made sense. All that.
It made sense. Yeah.
And that means yeah, and the PG was already a nickname as well too with his initials, so it's already built in. So everyone's like, that's fine. But going to a playoff P, then looking at shitties you did for most of that Maverick series, and then last year that Thunder with the Jazz series with you and the Thunder. Yeah, it's never a good look to give yourself nicknames. Mm-hmm. Kyle, Kyle, I need 20 from him to hit a parlay. He's got 17 right now. Hey, you want to talk a little bit of our gambling podcast we're launching here pretty soon?
Yes.
Please speak on it.
We're starting a gambling podcast here soon.
Well, that wasn't underwhelming. Jesus Christ. Let's talk the sport and things we're offering. What days we're popping off on, my friend.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be lit. We're going to, for the basics, right? I think we're going to keep it simpler. Do a little parlay. We're going to do NFL Sundays. Mm-hmm. Some lines. We'll give you some. We're not going to tell you every team and every line. It's just too much. And, of course, gamble responsibly. Is that the thing? Is that what they say?
Oh, my God. How did I forget to say this tonight? My guy. Kyle, dry enthusiasm. They laughing at you right now. They're laughing on Facebook and the Periscope. Hey, dude. Michael Jordan is an advisor for DraftKings. Did you see that news?
Oh, no, not at all.
Michael Jordan, the man with the gambling addiction, is an advisor for DraftKings.
Genius. It's a perfect advisor, Michael Jordan.
You just gave
You
Pookie.
saw the Last
You gave
Dance. He was
Pookie the
gambling
biggest
everything.
mountain of crack cocaine they could have, man. Michael Jordan on a board of a gambling commission. Oh my God! I saw that. I was like, this 2020 really attracts a heavy toll. Honestly.
You saw
Like,
the Last Dance.
yeah, he was dude, Atlantic City, hours before a playoff game,
Oh yeah.
and he went out of town. We went out of state for that too as well. He went to
Can't do that in 2020.
Oh my God. Let's see here, Kyle. I think the Cubs bought a DraftKings stock or something like that. He partnered with them. I get all that right there. That's fine. Thank you very much for the information. But Michael Jordan on the board of a gambling committee. I mean, I don't know, dude. I hopefully everything goes well. I mean, I don't think he's gonna do anything crazy. It's his money too as well. But Michael Jordan, he's risky when it comes to a lot of things. Look how he runs the Hornets too as well. The man did draft Adam Morrison and Cody Zeller. Kwame Brown. Like, this man's track record is not good. Sean Mays, the old center from North Carolina. Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Like, he takes a lot of risk, and a lot of his risks haven't paid off.
Nah.
I don't know. I'm just
Baseball.
Oh my God. Like, unhealthy gambler. That's what I'm saying. Like, and he's on the board right now. He's a board member.
People don't. While we're at it, do not gamble on FanDuel or DraftKings. There's like a report out there that like somebody on DraftKings who works will gamble on FanDuel and like vice versa because they know all like the statistics and stuff. Stay off of that shit. That daily fantasy shit. Stay off.
Well, Michael Jordan's on DraftKings right now. He didn't want to hear that shit.
Exhibit A of why to stay off. If Michael Jordan is doing it, you probably shouldn't if it comes to gambling. If Michael Jordan bets on red on roulette, you better go black. If he bets black, you go red.
Oh my God. I saw that. I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous to me.
I would love to be at a roulette table, see Michael Jordan say like, whatever he's doing, I'm not.
With a cigar and
Yeah.
man, all that. It's life is wild, man. Life is wild.
Gamble responsibly.
Like, why would you do that? Like, I just can't imagine. It's like you starting a record label and you hire Suge Knight as president. Like, I just don't understand what is going on here. Like, what are you doing? And I ain't saying that, anything similar from Michael Jordan to Suge Knight. I know the internet is. Don't bring those issues to me, please. But damn, man. You hiring Richard Nixon to be a campaign manager for an election.
Wow.
I just don't understand.
Holy shit.
I just don't get it, man. Oh shit! Insert bad actor teach you acting classes. I got nothing. Else. I'm just glad I was able to get that off my chest tonight. Because that shit to me is wild. But I hope it works out for DraftKings. I really do.
I don't care.
I really do. But yeah, gambling. We'll have more information in the next couple of days, and we'll definitely go from there. We're gonna put this thing together, nice, a very crisp production, and make sure that we're able to make all of us money too as well from these. I read a couple more comments before we get out of here. Kyle on Periscope. Shout out to Kyle on Periscope too as well. Yeah, Michael Jordan didn't just go and get Robin. The man brought at least a couple mil with him. Oh, go the Robin one. Goddamn Robin.
It's 100-72. Paul George is back in the game, by the way.
Yeah, Paul George is back in the game, so we'll see what happens. I can't.
Real quick.
Huh.
We talked earlier about like the mental state of like the Rockets and stuff, and did they play down to their opponent? Well, looking at this Clippers team, like they very well played down to the Mavs, and they looked at the Nuggets like, all right, let's go, and this is the result.
Yeah, and Jamal Murray's doing nothing tonight too as well.
Jamal Murray, he's getting locked down defensively. I mean, they are suffocating him.
And it shows to go. It goes to show you, Jesus Christ, how great. Yeah, no, how great a player Luka Doncic is.
that. But I think the Slipper team, like their rotations are faster. They're in their stances. You can tell they're motivated for this game.
Exactly. They're trying to get to that next round. They could taste victory right here, and they are the better team.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see. All right,
Rockets in 7.
Rockets. You say Rockets 7. I'm saying at the very least, I'm not gonna. I said Lakers to 5, but I really need to see. I really need to see what Russell Westbrook looks like. So I'm gonna hold my prediction for now, and I just want to see what he looks like. I just want to see. I just want to see. But I still think that the Lakers are going to win. I just don't have the amount of games right now. It could be Lakers at 7. It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Rockets at 7.
We'll see. Clippers. They'll. I got them going to Western Conference. I don't care if it's the Jazz or the Nuggets. They were winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. The East. Bucks.
Oh, real quick.
Huh.
Another team is being down 3-1 that impressive anymore? We've had 4 in the past 4 years, when it never happened before that. You had the Rockets against the Clippers in 2016, 2015.
Being down 3-1, it takes a special kind of performance to come back. Look at LeBron. The man went off every single game.
Sure,
Jamal Murray recently. It takes special performances, superhuman performances to come back from 3-1. Not just anybody can do it.
But this is now 4 in the last 6 years, 5 years.
But look at look at those performances in those 3 games that won it though. Those are all-time record book performances. These are just like games they went out. Your best player scored 22 and you won. Like these guys are going out getting like 50 a night to win games.
Is being down 3-1 ain't what it used to be. I'll just say that.
As of recently, yeah, you are right. You are right.
4 times in 5 years, it never used to happen like that. You'd have to go back to the Steve Nash against Kobe, coming back down 3-1 in 06.
Oh, I remember that one right there. I thought Kobe had that series locked up too as well.
Yeah, that's to get that game winning shot too in Game 4.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, with the white jersey on in LA. Yeah, I remember that one right there. Yeah, I thought he had that, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So we'll see. We should do these Gamecasts more often too as well. Yeah, we'll just I have no idea when next time we'll be on. Originally, like I said, we were supposed to do a Black Panther podcast, which we will do too as well. Giving respects to Chadwick, which is pretty much we just break down the movie in our own unique way and talk about it. What we do here, we do best pop culture. We do sports talk. We do album reviews. We'll do song reviews too.
Big Sean dropping.
We do all sorts of things here. Even we have to go through that, things we may not want to do, but we do it for the culture anyway. For you, the customer. Who would you pick if it's the Vegas Knights or Tampa Bay? Vegas. God, for an expansion team from like a year or 2 years ago. They've been so well ran. I would say that I would have to go Tampa though. I'd go Tampa. Tampa makes the Stanley Cup. It's like I said, it's just that magic when it comes to hockey. That once especially you get past a Game 7 and you get in the Stanley Cup. But basically, what I've seen from the years, even going back to like the '90s when the Red Wings were doing their thing too as well. It's just I'll have to go Tampa. I'll go Tampa. I know you like to hear that, Jessica. I'll go Tampa. Not saying that Vegas can't win it, but it's just for what I've seen this year. I'll go Tampa. I like their offense. I like the scoring. We'll see though. We'll see. They still got some ways to go. So, but I don't want to talk too much on it because I haven't watched too many of the games to talk too intelligently on it. But that's really all I got for now. All right, Jair. I think I'm good to go. You got anything else?
Appreciate everybody for watching.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, hearts all around too as well. Yeah, we'll be back on here. I have no idea what the next one will be. Maybe Sunday.
Maybe Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Sunday. I'm forgetting who plays
predictions and stuff for the NFL.
We definitely gotta do an NFL one.
Yeah.
Oh, we should. Yeah, Vegas is spoiled new kid. Exactly. They're an expansion team. Like you just got here. I'm not rooting for you. Get a couple losses like losing seasons. Draft number 1 a couple times and come back to us.
Like OKC.
Yeah, exactly. No, you got to. Yeah, exactly. Like the OKC of NHL. Dude, we should really go live next Thursday for the Chiefs for the NFL
Oh
opening
yeah.
day. We
Oh
should we should definitely go live for that one. We'll put that in the books for now. We may do one on Sunday. We'll see, but we definitely probably go live on Thursdays. Thursdays probably gonna be our new night going forward, based on our schedules.
Thursdays. We love it.
Thursdays, and I've been over here quenching it. So,
Hey,
hey, all right,
you
that's
off
that.
tomorrow?
Am I?
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I want
Yeah,
baby.
that
I want that baby schedule right now. So, yeah, baby runs the house. So let me get inside to that baby.
Yes, sir.
That's a fade right there. All right, my friend. Nothing but love for you.
Appreciate you.
Hey, always appreciate y'all too as well. Thank y'all.
Gracias.
Uh huh.